Hello. This is a version of a presentation that I did for the Traffic and Conversion Summit 2019 in San Diego. And it has been recorded, but that's going to take a few weeks for it to come back. And I thought in the meantime, I would record a version, and here it is. It's about how to unlock the power of your people in your digital agency. And who am I? In case some of you don't know who I am. My name is Clodagh Higgins, and I'm an agency coach and consultant. I specialize in digital marketing agencies, marketing technology agencies, those type of ones. I've worked with about 500 over the past 6 years all around the world to help them overcome their business challenges. And that led me to writing a book on the 6 pillars to owning a successful agency. This particular talk I crafted for TNC because I wanted to address the biggest challenges that they have been receiving on a regular basis from digital agency owners. So the types of challenges that they get to hear about are agency owners are struggling to create career paths for their agencies. They want to create a good agency culture, but they don't know how. They struggle with time tracking and business understanding of their employees. They struggle with finding good talent. And they also struggle with retaining talent. Now, while this presentation isn't going to solve all of those problems, it's definitely going to give you some strategies on how you can tackle them and reduce them, and combined with consistent action, help with those. So the agenda that I have is all of the ings. So at the end of this, you will have 6 actionable steps that you can take with you into your agency straight away. That's the goal here anyway. A lot of people absorb different information in different ways. So take some notes around this, and there's actually going to be a checklist at the end that you could actually take a screenshot. Might even include some more notes in the show notes for this as well. So before we dive in, I don't know if anybody who's watching this has actually read this book. It's called Traction by Gino Wickman. It's a really great handbook to create solid processes and procedures in your agency. I reference this book a lot, and I really highly recommend that you get the book, go to the EOS website, and there's a lot of free tools on there that you can download. So depending on what agency size you are, it really doesn't matter who's here with me, whether you've got 2 people, but you plan to grow, whether there's 10, 20. This is for all agency owners. First step, let's get started. If you really want to unlock the power of the people in your agency, you really first have to acknowledge who you are and who your team is. One of the biggest challenges I help agency owners overcome is to first come to terms with the fact that they are very different people from the people that they have hired. Employees have different needs than employers. Here are a few of the differences. An entrepreneur really likes change. They're comfortable with taking risks. They don't like too many fixed plans. They don't have structure, and they're comfortable with that. They make their own career. They have internal motivation, and they rarely check the time when they're at work. They kind of can work into the wee hours. On the other hand, employees don't really like change that much. They're risk adverse. They enjoy making and keeping plans. They love structures and having a structure, and they really like career plans. Most need external motivation, and they do keep track of the time because they generally have lots of other things to do in the evenings as well. So the thing is here is, instead of trying to change each other, you can embrace each other's differences. And by implementing the following steps, you can learn to work together and row in the same direction. As an agency owner, it actually is internally starting with you. Do this exercise and point your finger at somebody or to the wall or whatever it is. So what happens? You actually have 3 fingers pointing back at you, or in my case, 4, because I have my thumb up. And this is why, in order to tap into the power of your team, you first need to do some work on yourself. How long ago was it that you started your business? When was the last time you reflected where you came from and where you want to get to? Now, that's both personally and professionally. If you were in a partnership, this is a great exercise to do together. Take a few hours out of the office together and sit down to write your story. Why did you start the agency? What do you believe in? What is your mission for the business? Where do you see the business going in the next year, 3 years, 5 years, or even 10 years? A great tool to use for this, it's free to download, as I mentioned, through the EOS or Traction book. It's called the VTO, Vision Traction Organizer. Write down what your core values in. What do you believe in for yourself and for your agency? This is a time to be open and honest about what you want for the agency in the future. You have to share your personal and professional goals. Do you want to sell the business, and do you want to be part of the new team when it's bought? Or do you want to be bought out over a period of time? Do you want to acquire other agencies or other businesses, like a small PPC house or a small SEO web development? And do you want to build a bigger agency? Do you like things just the way they are, and you have a boutique business, maybe it's under 20 people, and you have a waiting list of clients? Or do you want to sail away, either leaving the business to a family member or have the team buy you out? Have you got retirement in your sights? Once you've done all of that work, now is the time to create a presentation for your team and share with them your story from the beginning, where you came from and where you want to go, your company values and your vision for the future. Ask them what they think. Watch the room as you deliver your talk and see who is lighting up. They are going to be your crew. Also watch for who is disengaged. These could be your anchors, and they could be holding you back in your business. Now be careful of this, because they might just be having a bad day. So just check in. You need to paint a picture of how you would like the agency to be structured in the future through an organizational chart, or even better, use the EOS version of an accountability chart, where the importance is not on the titles people have, but on the roles, responsibilities, and numbers they are delivering for your business. Today, as the agency owner, you could be wearing many hats. You could be sales and marketing and operations and finance. But as you grow, you need to show the team that you are willing to let go of those hats, that you do want somebody to take over the sales and the marketing and the operations as you move into being the owner and operator of the business. Core values. This is a really important part to do. And I have an example here from an agency that I work with in the Nordics. Humanity towards each other and towards the client. Expertise. Effectiveness. They get results. Growth for the client and for themselves. And this is a new word that I learned last year and I've adopted into my own core values. Sisu. Sounds great, right? It means to keep going no matter what comes up in life, to drive on. I really love that word. Take a few moments to write down some words that are coming to you now that you feel that should be in your core values. The next one here, Luke's probably going to kill me for this actually, just as I think. It's not a flattering screenshot, but we're going to roll with it, Luke. Once you have delivered this talk and gathered the feedback from your team, create 2 public-facing versions of this for your website. One for the homepage, aimed to attract good fit clients for your business, and one for potential new hires on your We Are Hiring page. The wrong time to hire someone is when they are urgently needed in your business. You cannot give them the time to learn and grow into the role if you are putting pressure on them to deliver. By having an always hiring approach, you will be able to hire the right people just before you need them. By posting your story on the website and sharing your core values, you are going to attract people who resonate with you and want to be part of your vision. On your We Are Hiring page, you will have a list of roles and job descriptions and responsibilities in those roles. You might not be hiring immediately, but as you grow and there is natural attrition in your business, you will need to build a bench. Have a form on this page where people can submit their resume, and a bonus question, ask them to create a video about why they would like to join your agency. The reality of our world today is everyone must be comfortable on video. They might say, but I'm not customer facing. It doesn't matter. From explaining how things work to communicating with people who work remotely or clients who are in other cities, all of us need to be very comfortable using video every single day. Evaluate. In order to get to your destination, you need to have all the team on the boat in the right places and rowing in the right direction. Step 1 is to assess who is on your team today by getting a feeling for who is working with you and who has gone overboard. Start with a skills map. There's a free download in a happyhealthydigitalagency.com website on the resources page. It's called Creating a Center of Excellence. I'll put the link in the notes below. This spreadsheet has a list of all the skills that you need people to have in your agency, and you can adapt it to suit yours. You ask everyone to self-evaluate. Meet with each team member one-on-one and discuss their scores. Are some scores too high? Are some scores too low? All the scores can be demonstrated by examples of their work. Ask them where they see themselves in the company and discuss where you see them in the future and what they need to do to get there. The People Analyzer is another great tool from EOS, where you can take the core values that we discussed earlier on of your agency and you assess where you think people are in relation to, are they demonstrating that value on a regular basis? Now, if you were not absolutely inspired to do this work, which is okay, by the way, 99.9% of digital agency owners that I've worked with in the past, they just aren't into this. And if you've got more than 6 people in your delivery services team, it could be time for you to hire a manager so that they will have the one-to-ones with your team, create the career plans, help plan capacity, be the first point of customer escalation, plan the calendar, plan the team building events. The list goes on. There's many, many things to do in managing an agency services team. You have shared your personal and professional goals with the team. Now is the time to find out theirs. What are they working towards in their lives? Are they saving for a house? Are they saving to travel? Are they saving for a new designer handbag? No judgment. You can work with them to set targets around their job roles that are linked to helping them achieve them. The future of your agency lies in the expertise of your team. In order to be an expert in this ever-changing world of digital marketing, it is essential to make sure that everyone is learning all the time. Yes, many people will do this in their spare time, but if you can create a culture of learning in your business, you will ensure your success for years down the track. A simple way to get started is once a month to organize a lunch and learn session with your team. For a small investment of some light food, and choose a person who's going to be responsible for organizing the topic, the room, and the food. They can pick a speaker or play a video and get the team together to learn together. This is a slightly controversial one, but let's be honest, digital marketing is not open heart surgery. So one way to get your team upskilled is to have them watch training videos together and do the tests together. As a team, help each other out, all get those good marks. A goal to aim for that successful agencies achieve is 10% of their week is dedicated to learning, and it is calculated in their time tracking tool. They show the results, certifications, examples, videos, etc. Other ideas to help you create a culture of learning is to have a brainstorming session with your team on ideas for your own marketing, for getting more leads for your own agency. You can also have a show and tell where agency account managers share their success stories with your team. Even better, if they're stuck on something, have a session around, I'm stuck with this client, what should I do? And get the team to give advice. You'd be really surprised what comes out in those sessions. Up-leveling. Another agency challenge that owners have experienced in the past, which, as I mentioned at the beginning, digitalmarketers.com hear on a regular basis, is they feel that their team has a lack of knowledge around how their business works. Professional services businesses are complicated. And yes, there are not a lot of courses out there that teach people how an agency works. So it is up to you to educate your team. How can you do this? So your employees might think that you are making a lot of money. When they hear of a 10K per month retainer being sold by the business and they are earning 4K per month, the perception in their head might be that you are pocketing the 6K. A great idea is to walk through the whole team with everyone together, how many expenses are involved in running your business. Office rent, electricity, software, tea and coffee, everything you can possibly have. You could group all the wages together to keep sensitive information safe. Taking the time to show them the importance of being able to charge your clients for their work in billable hours will help them to understand that in order to have the fun times of nights out, pizza lunches, and the nice fridge in the kitchen, your agency has to be profitable. When they take twice the amount of time than usual to write a blog post, it means that you are less profitable. If the quality of your work is low and the client is unhappy, then the client might be less likely to renew their contract with you. Everyone in the company is responsible for the success of your agency. Work with your accountant to set some clear revenue and profit targets and share them with the team. If you can create a target for the team, like an end of year team dinner or even a night away, if you get 5% over your profit target for the year, and you show each person how they are contributing to the profit goals, you can have everyone working together. Update the team every month on how you are progressing. In today's world, everyone is looking to belong to a community or a cause. Your agency can be a place where people can make a difference to other businesses, positively affect lives, grow and learn together. Imagine creating that. Your culture will grow out of your agency core values. Allow the team to develop what it means to them and what they would like to achieve every week, every month, when it comes to team building activities. Make your agency a great place to work, and you will have a healthy team, happy clients, and a profitable, successful business. Expand the culture of learning to topics of health, wellness, communication skills, emotional intelligence. You could arrange a TED Talks Tuesday at your Lunch and Learn. Finally, here is another tip for you to do depending on the size of your team. You can book a 20-minute catch up with each of the team members every month. This can be done in person or it could be done virtually. You could do a FaceTime or a Zoom. The rule in these catch-ups, they're different from the one-to-ones, is you are not to talk about work. Have a catch up with what is happening with them in their lives. Build a relationship with them. And this goes a long way to building a fantastic agency. In summary, I promised actionable steps. Here they are. Let's review them together. And you can actually do a screenshot of these or write them down, take some actions in them. Acknowledge your differences. You're an entrepreneur. These are employees. Share your story, your core values, your vision, and be honest. Where are you going personally? Where are you going professionally? Don't pretend you can hide this from people. If everyone knows that you want to retire in 5 years, and that's okay, there's plenty of options. So share that with them. Always be hiring. Build a bench. Never be stuck for people. Evaluate your current team. Build career paths. Show them that they have a future in your business. Create a culture of learning. Up-level everyone's business knowledge. Build a great place to work. Thank you. That is my version of the talk that I did at Traffic and Conversion Summit last week. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, drop me a line, clodagh@growitgroup.com. Looking forward to hearing from you.